Hello, Alexia here. So I want to welcome you to the Head Trash Clearance Party. So what makes it a party? Well, what makes any party a good party? Really great parties are where you really get to let yourself go. And this party is one such party, except this time you're going to be letting your shit go. I mean, how good is that? And the other thing that makes this a great party is its potential to get really messy. I don't know about you, but some of the best parties I've been to have been the really messy ones. And so this has got that potential too. And so those two things alone means that I get to call this a party. Now, the other parts of this that I just need to kind of really talk about is what my aims are for you to experience during this week. So for those of you that have never experienced clearing your head trash using head trash clearance, then what I really want for you is for you to just experience it for yourself, to try it out, to see if it works for you and what kind of results you could even hope to achieve if you were to kind of extrapolate this or use this in all areas of your life. But for those of you that have tried it already, that have maybe dabbled with it, or maybe I've worked with you, or you've read my book and you've tried to do it on your own and you've made good progress, then what I want for you is to really to get some momentum back in your clearance practice, because I know what it's like. I fall out of habit with it and I don't do clearances for a while, and then I start getting a bit stressy and a bit like, oh, why am I like this? And it's like, yes, I need to get back and clear some more of my head trash that's built up in the meantime. So that's what I want for you guys, is to really get back into the game with your clearance practice. Now, I do want to just set a few expectations here, especially for those that are new to this, that are coming in thinking, oh, great, I'm going to be able to like shift my anxiety this week. No, you're not, because we're not going to be able to do that kind of magic over 7 days, especially when I'm not able to give you your own personal clearance plan. What I mean by that is when I work with people and we're able to get those kind of really fast results, I take a close look at what you're wrestling with, what your fears and stresses and anxieties are, what your conflicts are, and I tell you what you need to clear so that you are able to clear your stuff. I can't do that here because it's a group program. So I just want you to kind of get the fact that this is a real opportunity if you get a taster to get back in the game, but we're not going to be able to sort things out like getting rid of your anxiety over the next 7 days. So yeah, just got to be super clear on that. The thing is, I also want this to be a really fun experience, and I've said this already and I'm going to say it again because I think it's really important, is that when we are clearing our stuff, it can be really horrid, actually. You know, you've got a really horrible fear that you want to kind of wrestle with, or that you don't think about, because every time you think about it you feel really rubbish and your stomach tenses and you kind of almost want to cry sometimes, and you just avoid it and maybe you go and find solace in a bucket of food, right? So some of this stuff is not pleasant, right? But what we want to do is we want to be able to get rid of those feelings so that those thoughts, those triggers that you're facing don't do that to you anymore, that you're able to kind of just face them, overcome them, conquer them, and really just obliterate them from affecting you in that way, so that you can kind of wade through life fearlessly and with confidence and with gusto, right? That's what we want for you, not this kind of, oh, don't want to go that way because that might be unpleasant, don't want to go there because that's too terrifying and I'm scared of that, I'm going to avoid that and I'm going to avoid that, and then before you know it, you're hiding in a corner because you're avoiding everything that makes you feel a bit yucky, right? During this week, we could be wading into those murky corners and giving them the eyeball, right? And that might not be pleasant. So in doing that, I want this to kind of, really try and make this experience fun. So maybe while you're doing the clearance, it's not fun, but maybe when we come together, we'll make it fun and we share some moments where we laugh at ourselves and really able to laugh at the fact that we used to think that way and how silly it was and all of that. So and also when you are doing clearances, there is a lot of creative scope in the mantras I'm going to share with you, and you'll understand more about this when I share the party guide, which is coming very soon. Oh, the party guide, I had a lot of fun preparing that, let me tell you. Because you can get really creative with some of the language and really kind of this will make more sense when you get the party guide, but so there is scope to really kind of have fun and just try and shoehorn fun and levity wherever you can, even though you might be facing something that makes you feel really horrid. That's all. I just want to say that it is possible to blend the two and to make it an overall positive experience that really does leave you feeling lighter and just lighter and more at peace. Seriously, that is what's waiting for you when you do this work consistently. What else? I've got some notes here, so I'm just checking my notes. So I've mentioned the party guide, which I will be sharing in the group. So look out for that. Basically, what's included in your party guide is everything that you need for 7 days of head trash clearance. And so that means you don't need anything else other than this PDF that I've created for you. So look out for that when I drop it into the group, and that is all you need. You save it to your phone, you print it off on your desktop, whatever, right? That's what you need to take part in this head trash clearance party. And what I want you to do is you need to put aside 30 minutes to 45 minutes each day to do your clearance. It might take you 30 minutes, it might take you 45 minutes, it might take you an hour, I don't know, it might take you 20 minutes. It differs for everybody, okay? But if you leave yourself 30 to 45 minutes every day, then that will be fine for this 7-day experience, okay? And then what I want you to do at the end of, after you've done your clearance, is to come into the group and share your experience. How was it for you? Did you notice anything? Maybe you noticed nothing and you thought you did it wrong. Maybe you started crying. Maybe you got loads of aha moments. Maybe you had some realizations about your behaviour in the past and maybe your role in why you were feeling this way. Maybe you started putting two and two together and things started making sense to you. I don't know. This is what we want to know. And the reason why this is important for you to share your insights or your aha moments or your experiences is because other people are going to really benefit from reading your experience. Maybe they haven't got around to doing their clearance yet, and they're like, oh my God, yes, I'm going to do that because I saw her comment before and we're struggling with the same thing. So if she's got that, maybe I'm going to get that too. Yes, I'm going to do my work. So it could maybe inspire somebody else to do their clearance right. Maybe just writing it down is going to help you process it even further, okay? You just putting things into words can really help you to get clearer on what it is that you're feeling and thinking. So take the time to write out your feelings, your insights, your experience of each of the clearances. Even if it's not for anybody else, do it for yourself. But I guarantee other people will benefit from reading your comments as well. And even if you're writing, this did nothing, what a waste of time, whatever, because that happens too. But I will tell you this, that this is energy work. We're working with your subconscious. So even if on a conscious level, you're like, well, I didn't feel anything, I didn't notice anything, work is happening beneath the surface. One thing that I will say is that if you've never done this kind of work before, is that the first few clearances for you could be quite exhausting, because when you are clearing out your energy like this, it's toxic energy. And just think about when you do a fast or a cleanse and you juicing or that kind of thing. And when you're doing a detox like that, you need loads of sleep because your body wants to heal, and it does that best when it goes to sleep. So sometimes you might find you get really, really tired. So I'm sharing this with you because it might be that you might not want to schedule your 35 to 45 minutes first thing in the morning, because it could wipe out your morning. I did a clearance last week after a client session, and I do a lot of dabbling and experimentation, and I'm always coming up with new kinds of clearance, clearing new kind of things. And I did that straight after a client session. She inspired me to do that, and it totally wiped me out. I had to go to bed. I'm like, whoa, what did you? So I'm just sharing this with you because that does happen. And I have had people on one-to-one sessions with me fall asleep during a clearance on a call on Skype. They've just literally dropped off because it's just been so potent that it's just like somebody's pulled the plug. So that has the possibility of happening. So I would recommend that you put your clearance time after anything important that you've got to get done that day. Okay, what else have I got to say? I think that's it. So basically, look out in the group for the party guide. Everything is going to be there for you to do your clearances, one every day for 7 days. Okay, I can't wait for this to begin, and I can't wait to hear and to see the results that you guys are going to be sharing. Okay, bye.